look, let's be honest. This whole situation is just weird. It's weird what they're doing. It's like they've been dating someone for 10 years and don't just break up with him, just start dating other people, and you're reading about it in the news. This is a strange situation. Rex, when you look at this coaching situation for Dallas right now, do you think whoever they hire is set up for success with the power dynamics the way they are?
Well, I mean, you're set up for success because of the type of players you have. I mean, you got the best offensive line in the league, you got a Pro Bowl running back, an outstanding young quarterback, and you got some talent on defense. So to me, you're set up that way. But, you know, come on, the dynamics with Jerry Jones or whatever. Look, he's not going to hire, you know, there's Marvin Lewis. He brings in, you know, veteran coaches. Yeah, that's not the route he's going. He's going college route, I assume. Why he's had success in the past that way. And Jerry Jones knows it's about him. This his team. He made this team the #1 franchise in all of sports. And so that's what he's going to do. He's just going to take a guy that's not the face of the franchise. The face of the franchise is Jerry Jones. And so he's going to take somebody that, you know, that maybe even Jason Witten, as crazy as that sounds.
What?
You got to surround him with obviously great coaches, but to me, maybe. But I mean, it's a crazy situation. He doesn't want to fire Jason Garrett. He doesn't have to fire him. He's just not going to re-up them.
What Jerry Jones has to realize is when players are in a meeting and the head coach is in front of them, it is so important what that head coach says. The message, how he says it, how they view him. Okay. The Cowboys were inconsistent this year, up and down, up and down. Jason Garrett couldn't maintain good play as a head coach. To me, that's a head coach. The whole situational football we've talked about, the emotional stability, the ups and downs, okay? Sitting there in a team meeting, I can imagine putting a head coach in front of him and the players thinking, well, yeah, this is Jerry's guy. Okay, what's my coordinator got to say? That's not a winning locker room, right? That's not a winning mentality when you're looking at the head coach and you're just waiting for your coordinator meeting because you know Jerry Jones has his hooks in whoever hires there. Watch out, because that head coach's message, you have to empower him somehow, some way.
You know, Jerry Jones is a powerful man. We all know that. But what does he want? Jerry Jones wants an opportunity to go compete for a Super Bowl. The only way I see Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys going to compete for a Super Bowl, one, he has to give up some type of power, some type of authority to the next head coach to give him a lead way of how he wants to mold and put his team together. And then secondly, the guy that you bring in there can't be a soft coach. To what you're saying, Brew, you're sitting there telling 70, 80-something men, or trying to lead 70, 80-something men every single day. The Dallas Cowboys, as you just said, Rex, they are very talented. But the thing about the National Football League is getting younger. You know what I'm saying? It's getting younger. So for the respect factor that a coach needs to have coming in there and leading a team, you can't have a soft coach. I don't care if he's a veteran coach, a college coach, or whatnot, but you cannot have a coach coming in and leading the Dallas or any organization being soft.
Yeah, you got to be a connector. There's no question. That's the job that this guy's got to do. He's got to pull them all together, and that's the job of a head coach. It really is. And including your owner, you know, as part of it.
Bring him in there too, right.
But everybody's got to be on that type of page. And that's the type of connection that you need out of that head coach. The talented roster, look, we saw Amari Cooper disappear. What? He's not a Dallas Cowboy. Like he was talking about the name on the back and not the decal.
Right.
Like we got to bring him back in to playing team football, where the most important thing is that football team.
Yeah.
And that's how they're going to win. But they got to get the right guy to do it. And in my opinion, do they have the guts to bring in that type of coach? I don't think so.
But Rex, you've heard people say that that's not a desirable job because of the relationship with Jerry Jones. Like, I don't know that I could disagree more with that statement. I feel like the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys, every coach that I know would want that job. Like, that's a desirable job. And to hear people say, like, well, I don't know if it's that great of a job because you got to deal with Jerry Jones and he's kind of the GM and he does, you know, press conferences after wins and losses. So what? Like, so what? I think this is a great job. I think there will be people lining up for this job. And I think it could come from college, like you said.
It not be soft.
It could very well come from the NFL as well.
Look, you're exactly right, Matt. Here's the one thing you want ownership to do. Give you the resources to win.
Yeah.
That's what you want as a head coach. You want to have an opportunity to win. And to me, you're right. Everybody's going to line up. People say, I'm not interested in the Cowboy job. That means you have no chance. Just like me, yeah. I have no chance at the Dallas Cowboy job, yet I'm still interested. Like, come on. Nobody's going to admit
Well, and part of the reason that people should be interested in this job is that this team underachieved because in close games, they didn't win them. Like, if this team would have just won their one-score games this year, we're still talking about them playing, not looking for a new head coach.
And I think
that's the irony.
A big reason why, though, they lost those one-score games because you had a bunch of players that had so much talent, which everyone says so much about, playing like independent contractors, playing like their own individual entities. That's head coach related, about putting everything together, from your coordinators to your players, your mentalities, their want to play for just winning football games. And I didn't see that every single week.
Yeah, and being able to motivate professionals. And that's why I think the college thing is tricky, because what do we know about college coaches coming over to the NFL? There's a learning curve. It takes a little bit of time, and you don't have time in Dallas.
You got to get my respect.
Because to your point, and to your point about these games being so close, that's why there's going to be no wiggle room, no time to wait, because they feel like they're right there. They're so close to being special that they just need to get over that hump. And if you bring in a college coach that needs a couple years to get going, that's not going to go well in Dallas.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, more analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+. We'll see you there.